Hey guys, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name's Kay. We're back for another alphabet reading that I'm going to combine with a birth year too. These two, I've mixed them all up already because it's very noisy shaking those boxes. But it's about whatever letter I pick here is going to be the first initial of your first, middle, last, or a nickname. Whatever name you most resonate with and go by, answer to kind of thing. If this letter that I pulled today is for that, then this reading is for you, irregardless of the birth year. I just want to make that clear, irregardless of the birth year. Whatever year I pick up here, if let's say you're, this would be 1999, right? Let's say 1999 is not your birth year. It's still your reading, okay? It still can resonate with you just by the letter itself, okay? It's just a little extra, you know, kind of putting a little bit of sugar in your coffee just to give it a little extra kick or tone to kick down or something. Yeah, so if someone happens to be watching this reading and they resonate with whatever letter the reading is for, and they see that the letter that I pulled for the birth year is their year, then that much better, you know, for them, right? But for the rest of us, it's just the letter we're going by, okay? Just so you know. So it still could be for you. All right, let's go ahead. I'm not looking. And if you like what you see or hear, please consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. See name. Just uncanny. See, I pulled out C the other day just to use it as an example, and now there it is. From what I just told you, I used the C as an example. And anyways, let's pull a letter. I mean a birth year. 1991. I'm getting all the. Why is it that I keep pulling the 90s? Okay, well, anyways, it's 1991. It'll be good for somebody with a C name. And then they'll go in their respective little boxes, so they will not be pulled again. This month, that is. The deck I'm using is the Craft Cards deck. I don't know why, if that must be the name of the business that makes them, but they're like antique versions of the classic tarot. All right, I just wanted to show that to you because some people like to know. Let me put that away. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna do the Celtic Cross, which reminds me, the Celtic Cross spread for this reading. Put this back. I needed more room in my reading, collective reading. Okay, let's go. And I've already pre-shuffled these, and I'm doing it upside down as usual. Okay. Already shuffled. One more. Okay. Let's cut and then we'll go. All right, ready guys? Here we go. Current situation, overall energy. Ace of Cups, oh God, I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that for you guys. You see names, whether you're born in 1991 or not, see names. Ace of Cups, you've got a divinely inspired opportunity, a new path of great love, because you must be following your heart. You must have been through something now and you're following your heart. Page of Pentacles, oh, and you want to move towards somebody with that feeling in your heart, and you know you just want to give them something. You do, a small token, something, a gift, maybe some kind of information, but in any case you want to give it to them. You want to tell them something, give them something. Distant past, Knight of Cups, okay. You either reproach somebody with an expression of beautiful love, or you received it, okay. Or you want to give it to somebody. Let's see. Two of Swords, but in the recent past, that's the distant past. Recent past, you'd been sitting on your fence, you know, refusing stubbornly to make a decision one way or the other, blocking your heart with the Moon. You can't see anything, you got blinder on, and you're in distress, like you're feeling fearful of how you feel. You're afraid of how you feel, and you don't want others to know just yet. And you've been pushing it down, blocking your feelings, not saying a word. Three of this is what's in your mind, is the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. Somebody's broken your heart. That's what you've been thinking about, how your heart has been broken. You're having memories of it, at least. You may not be ruminating on it, but you at least it's still in your mind, which of course it would be. Page of Swords is a bridging energy. So you've been keeping an eye on the past. You've been keeping an eye on whoever this cup's for. Through social media, this is from a distance. You may have delivered a difficult message of truth to them at one time, which made you two go your separate ways. What are you fearing? But you want to communicate with them now. Not being able to giddy up and go, having too many blocks in front of you, that's going to stop you from having fast movement forward towards your person. And one block might be that she might not want to see you, or he. Page of Wands. Somebody has got some good news. This is a messenger of passion. Good news, excitement, action taking, excitement. Okay, what's in your hopes? Oh, Ten of Cups. You're hoping to be in a Ten of Cups with this person, or you're hoping to get out of one, to not be in a Ten of Cups. What's your outcome energy? Judgment. With the divine helping you out with that. Okay, let me move these down. Constantly fiddling with cards. Okay, you can see that still? Yeah, and you can see this one. I'm going to just put it here. That's why I do that, because I want you to be able to see these bottom cards too. But okay, that's a judgment. So you'll be making a final decision as an outcome. Okay, what's the clarification for this top two for you? The Hierophant. Gone to your God for discovering what needed to be judged, right? Oh yeah, you went to your God to discover what needed to be judged. It was this devilish energy, the toxicity, the obsessive possessive strongholds and desires that keep people stuck and trapped, chained to each other, to something. Wow, okay. I'm glad you went to the divine. This could be that you were in a marriage with somebody who is toxic, and you've been judging that. This is marriage too, right? So let's see. They're juggling. This one here is an emotional name. We've got somebody who is maybe emotionally imbalanced at this time, or they're getting themselves into an emotional balance. Okay. The Magician. They are manifesting. They're manifesting balance, getting control of things for themselves. They're manifesting that. So that they can move forward. See, because look, there's rough seas back there with the ships on the crests of the waves. So it's been quite a ride, and this person that is trying to get themselves centered again into equilibrium. They're trying to manifest balance in their life so that they can move forward in a brand new knowledge, that passionate new knowledge that they have a lot before them. They have a lot going for them. Okay, what's on the back of the deck? Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Emotional confusion, feeling like an option. Yeah, okay. So this is what's happened here. You want to be, your hopes is to be in a Ten of Cups. relationship with somebody. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're married to them, but in that, just in that really emotionally fulfilling relationship, whether you have kids or not. You're just joyous, having great times together. But this is also talking about your marriage here. All right, how you sought a higher power, which could be God, quite literally be God. It could be you sought legal aid, legal assistance with putting an end to a contract, okay? Breaking a contract, the marital contract, making that final decision to do that, to break this because of the toxicity that you have been facing, that your person left you feeling, disconnected from them, out in the cold. There's distance between two people here. Feeling really desolate and out in the cold, like standing outside of your life, looking in to what should be your life with her, and this should be more like this, right? But they got a King of Wands. They turned to a King of Wands. This is a different person. They turned to somebody who they took action with, and they have been pursuing their behaviors, their engagements, which could be like an engagement under the same roof, if you know what I'm saying. They have been pursuing each other physically together, enjoying each other, celebrating their desire for each other, because wands are desires, and then you feeling like now you're emotionally confused because you're in love with this one, yet she's with somebody else you found, and you're in confusion. You're feeling like an option to her. She's what she's been doing makes you feel like you're an option to her. Let's talk about the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. But you must have someone else on your mind. I'm just saying, someone else on your mind. Is it this one right here? Let's see. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, for our C names, whether they're born in 1991 or not, for our C names. What's the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. And the Hermit. The King of Swords. Well, very good. Okay. So you had to make a decision to move away from that one to heal. Okay? You had to make a decision to move away from that one to heal. And move towards the one that you feel is the right one for you. You've known her before in the past, that you've been having to do some soul searching over because of the way you were with her in the past. I mean, this is still clearly on your mind. This is still clearly the energy this is still clearly the situations that's in your energy still. That you recall how you played her, this one. How you played her. How you, looking back though, at this point in time, you were busy trying to sow your seeds in whatever way you could. You're realizing how you had been sowing just mediocre, 7 out of 10, mediocre, when you could have way better. So you were sowing only, being in your ego and toxic energy with another person in your life who was like that. You were just not sowing the best that you could sow, really. You weren't. You could sow so much better that you could harvest then like 10 out of 10 instead of 7 out. You're looking at this one saying, I want more. So because you want more, and knowing what you did to the one that you're turning to, that you're looking for more with, you had to go, you were thrown into a dark night of the soul after what went on in your relationship here. And you had to involve a lawyer. You got a lawyer to put an end to this, but also you recall having been very, very blunt and ruthless with her at that time when you said, you didn't say it, maybe you didn't even say it. But since then, you've been knowing that you need to take a different path. You need to make a different choice. You're up on the castle here. You have a really good bird's eye view now. And you've made a choice and you got the world in front of you. This choice is this one here. This one is that one. Okay? So you were very blunt, and you probably know you hurt this one badly when you moved into that King of Swords energy, possibly in the reverse. And you got out of Dodge, you left, and you abandoned, you dropped her like a hot potato, that sort of stuff, right? But since then, you know this now. You've been deciding, I gotta move back towards her. I gotta see if I can mend this connection. I gotta try. I gotta heal first. I know that. The Hermit and the Star is about healing. I gotta heal first, because if I'm going to, if the divine is going to offer this opportunity to me to go towards her, to make an offer of like, can we be friends at least, kind of thing, get her back in my life, I know that I'm going to have to, you got to know that you're going to have to come correct to her, because when you're following your heart, you're going to come correct. When you're following, you really know who's really in your heart, that's crying out for, that your heart is crying out to be interacting with, in touch with, to become one with. If you follow your heart, you know who that is, and you go, you make those steps, take those steps to do it, then the divine is going to back you all the way. It's going to actually help take obstacles off your path that may be there or have been there. Going to remove them for you, and it's going to help you with every person, place, or thing that you need, including helping you make the money or get the money, or it's just going to show up in the way of an inheritance or something that's going to help you make your way towards your heart's desire. Okay, let's look at the distant past though. Just give me a second. I want a drink of water. You know, when you're a tarot card reader, you find that you have to talk a lot. and believe me, you wouldn't know it, but I am not a talker. I am not a talker. So when I'm done with my tarot cards for the day, my throat feels like it's been, it's run a marathon. Plus I have short breath because I had been quite a long time ago, 20 more years ago, I had a very extreme allergic reaction to some food I ate, and my throat closed up, and I was trying so hard to breathe that it did some damage to my lungs. All right, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, oh my gosh, and the Emperor. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Got the Moon too, but I don't need to pull that. Like, I got enough. I hope you guys are gobsmacked looking at this going, wow, that's wow, 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 sea names. Look at this for you. Whether you're born in 1991 or not. How old would you be? 10, 30? 30, yeah, 33, 32 years old. Yeah, that's how old I was when I had my first child. Maybe I was 31. I don't remember. Well, my only child. So yeah, you received a cup of love, and you received an expression of love, of support from someone you see as being an empress that you feel highly blessed to know in your life and abundant, and you are like been forced to go into tap into your emperor energy, to move from the rough waters of being with this devil and your own devilish behaviors. You were asked here. You were asked to grow up, is what is going on here. You were asked to grow up and to become this, a sort of truth, right? No more deceptions and lies and deceit. No more of that. Underhandedness. No more trying to, ghost or block, trying to hide. No more having fake accounts on social media where you're just spying on your person. Come forward. Come forward. This is a distant past, so however long it resonates with you. But holy smokes, you see that this getting to know this Empress was a great big blessing for you. It was a divine offer. It was a divine offer for you. You knew it. You got to know her, and you received this cup of love from her, and you gave it freely to her too at some point, and you had some messages back and forth. The two of you talked quite passionately with each other in the distant past. You felt like a king knowing this one here because of the way she was with you. And then also with the past going from the distant to closer to the more recent, you know that you had to come forward in truth and integrity, transparency. Oh, I love these cards. I want to take a picture of them. They're so beautiful. Look at the star right above that. She was your guiding light. She's the one that helped you see that there are brighter days ahead for you. That yes, you can have that divinely inspired and offered love and great blessings. Wow, that's so beautiful. I just want to keep talking about that. I don't want to talk about the rest of this. Oh, wow. You met somebody that you now see as your Empress, and you are her Emperor. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, it could mean that she was married when you met her and you were married when you met her. It could be that too. But in any case, there's this big old blessing right between the two of you. So even if you were both married at the time, it's saying this is the one you're supposed to be with right there. Okay, why are you sitting on a fence in the recent past? Or maybe you made your decision to do something else. Oh, you're putting an effort in. You're building up your finances in the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, that might be one reason why you're on pause. Let's see. Three of Cups. Okay, what about the Three of Cups? The Hermit, spilt milk. And you're trying to heal. Okay. And trying to get, you had to try to get your bearings so that you could find a new way, devise a new plan. But yeah, what this is about is that you've had your feelings and your questions and your why moments, right? My why moments. Why was I in a third party with my wife and her King of Wands guy over here? Why does she do that and put me in a third party? I'm so desolate and down right now, crying over spilt milk, not seeing the two back here, right? Which is the two of you guys right there. Not seeing that, not remembering it, that they're back there behind you. And trying to find balance, trying to just coast and not make any decisions, which is what the Two of Swords really indicates. Just putting your nose to the grindstone, minding your own business, and maybe even hoping it'll all just go away. It'll all just go away, and I will not have to make any kind of decision. That's what that recent past, just a recent past. You've been, dealing with the heartache, yes, of what's just happened in your marriage and how she's been the way she's been, and you realizing and waking up to the fact that that's the way you've been too. That's a whole lot of truth all at once, okay? That's a whole lot of truth all at once to have to swallow. And realize that your choice wasn't the best choice back then. But let me tell you, it was your best choice because the two of you were on the same page, seeing eye to eye with each other at that time. Now, if it's been quite a few years, you've grown, she hasn't. It's as simple as that. You've grown, you've started taking, maybe, getting older, you're starting to become more responsible and more accountable. Like, if you're someone who works in a company that, maybe you're getting promoted because they can trust you, right? They see you as a hard worker, and they could trust you, and that you just have the right stuff when it comes to being a leader or being in that position. Well, that's going to bleed over into your private life too, because if you have to make sure that you come across that way at work, it's going to be very difficult for you to not transition that or translate that to your home life. Okay? It's going to become difficult. So it comes to a point when you just say, look, I can't be one way at work and one way at home. There's got to be I have to figure out how to do this so that I'm one way across the board, just across the board. So if I'm devious and underhanded only in my relationships, and I'm not at work, so it's just too much work to be two different things, right? Devious and underhanded, cheating and lying in your relationships, but not like that at work. It's too much work. So you come to realize that it's too much work. Number one, first you realize you are two different ways. One way this way at work. One way in your relationship, the other way at work. And then when you realize that, then you realize it's just too much work. That's a second realization. Third realization is, well, I need to do something about that. And that's why you're growing. You're evolving. Just by having those thoughts and realizations, it demonstrates you're growing. You're evolving. But she didn't. Your little devil didn't. Broke your heart. Yes, it did, because you thought you had made it for life with her. You really did. And it didn't turn out that way. So recent past, you just been like, no, I'm too raw right now. I'm too vulnerable. I can't be making decisions or going out there to meet somebody else or do this or do that, just to be out in public. I'm just too raw. I need to just sit here and not think or look and block my feelings, under the moonlight. That's what I got to do. I need to just not think and not look, block my feelings, as you're blocking your heart, under the moonlight for a time, for however long it takes. Might be a while, but this is what you remember all the time, is how your heart aches for what's been going on in your life. So let's talk about that for a second. This is what's in your mind, what you're realizing, what you're remembering. C names. Whether you're born in 1991, it's still a C name reading. Two of Cups. Broken heart over Two of Cups. True love, that you thought was true love. That's put you up in your head. A self-imposed prison of just pain. The King of Cups. You might have been thinking, maybe I didn't express myself enough. Yeah, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is that's what your long-term commitment is. That's what you wanted to have with her. You wanted to have that with her, but you evolved into a King of Cups, you see. You may have been all about the material world and the possessions, material possessions, because that's generally what toxic energy is all about. Is about what can you get from others, like steal from them so that you have it and they don't. Or just being devious, just being devious, just because it's fun. It's fun to be devious. Let's do that. That's all I ever know. That's how I grew up. That's what I know to do. I usually get my way when I'm devious, when I'm deceiving people. I'll be smiling in their face, but robbing them blind behind their back. That kind of thing. So you evolved from that into somebody who was feeling your heart. And if less be known, it could be that, again, like I said, that you were like that at home because you were with somebody who was like that. But at work, you had to be a lot more accountable and responsible. And if that's your story, if you've been promoted and it's because they see you as being a trustworthy person, yeah, fair and trustworthy. So if it's not your story, disregard it. But in any case, this is about you. Well, the time that you were in your long-term commitment with her, married, you amassed a good bit of financial abundance, right? You weren't shy on the penny, or there's no such thing, the coin. You weren't shy on the coin. Yeah, we have pennies still, but they're really not valuable at all. But I collect them because I find them on the road and I pick them up and I put them in my piggy bank. Because in numbers, right? Yeah, I laugh my own jokes. So, anyways, you evolved, is what I'm trying to say. From the true love that you felt for this one here, that broke your heart. Oh, I didn't mean to laugh when I said that. I was still laughing at my own stupidness. Okay, so you in the Eight of Cups, or Eight of Swords. You were just totally like, just feeling paralyzed. You didn't know what to do. You just weren't moving, you just didn't know what to do. But you evolved into a King of Cups. You start feeling your heart. But you may have been saying to yourself, well, maybe I didn't express myself enough in that cup kind of way to her. And that's why she went to this King of Wands. Well, that doesn't make any sense, you would say to yourself, because he's just a King of Wands. He takes action. I am all about love. So what's she looking for? Oh, okay, she's looking for that kind of action. All right, well, Anyways, carry on, Kay. Page of Swords. Bridging energy, please. Bridging energies. Page of Swords. There you are, nice and single. Or at least you see her as being single, doing well, okay? Because you're spying on her, remember? There's you having been inching your way back to your babe. But, looks old, doesn't it? Yeah, old energy there. Old energy. And then the victory, and yeah. Okay. You got the Four of Swords on the back here. But yeah. You've been keeping an eye on her. I think you believe she's single. What makes you feel good, very happy, that she's single. But you realize that you still... you could be laying you're jealous. No, you're jealous. You're jealous. It's simple. You're jealous. You're jealous if she gets going with somebody else, getting on her horse in union. Because this card back in the day, this card used to mean marriage. It did. You can check that out. It used to be marriage, not victory and success. So, yeah, you've been keeping an eye on her. Doesn't mean you're actually going to speak to her, though I would hope at some point you're going to. But yeah, you see her as being single. You want to move towards her, and you have been for a long time. It's just not been obvious or apparent, but in your own heart and mind, you know that more and more as time goes by, years go by, you find yourself thinking more and more about, especially during this chaos here. She was brought to the forefront of your mind at that time, and still is. But you'll be very jealous, and you'll fight to the bitter end if she's with somebody else, right? That you just want to take her, leaving this guy bleeding and crying on the sand because you stole his sword, his girl. That's what you want. But you're afraid. You're afraid that there'll be blocks in your way. Well, number one block would be, terrible jealousy, if that's really a terrible form of jealousy. Another block is that you're not talking to her. And another block is that maybe you're not divorced, maybe you're not single yet. And another block is, this block is that you just, you're finding every excuse to just sit on a fence and not do anything. You want a happily ever after. And you know the decision's going to have to be made about that. Okay, so yeah, you've got several blocks in your way, in front of your wheels there. Several blocks, and I just named a few. You got quite a few blocks, you named. This is so beautiful here, and now, wow, it makes me sad. Okay, Page of Wands, we have the Six of Cups, someone from your past. You knew her before, who you see is in the Nine of Swords, or she is in the Nine of Swords, and putting an end to the Nine of Swords. Closing that chapter of feeling like, just being so distressed, feeling like the one that you would like to be with is not available, and you never hear from them. You never hear from them. This is what she's thinking. I never, look what he did to me, put me in as the other woman in his life, and, lied to me and was deceived me back then. And it still hurts my heart that sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and that's the first thing that comes to my mind, because we were sweethearts. We were good together when we were together. Look at this here. She's an empress after all, right? So she's like put an end to that, because she knows the only way to be able to move forward with a passionate new beginning, with good news that comes straight from her heart, is that she knows she's going to have to get herself balanced to manifest a new chapter in her life, and the karmic wheel turning in her favor. She may have had karma in the past too that she had to pay off, but she's done it because of the pain that she experienced with you. Okay? The pain she experienced with you, which is what you needed to do, was to experience pain with this one so that you can remember how you've been with other ones. And then, like, that is what your realization is that, good Lord, I've been such a turd, to women, or to this one at least. How I took advantage of her Empress carrying good, high vibe ways. How I took advantage of that in the past, and now the door is closed. I closed the door, right? And now, so you had to learn. You had to experience that kind of pain that you had put on others so that you could grow into that King of Cups. Emperor, that you were taking charge back then. Back then you were taking charge, taking control. It could very well mean that you were just married too. Okay, last card, Judgment. What's with that one? Justice. Okay, you got to make a final decision to break the contract. Because you have a choice to make. And the one that you're going to make the choice with is somebody who is going to be saying, like, I'm the Queen of Swords. Because I'm Empress. I've grown and evolved. I'm a Queen of Swords, so if you do come towards me, yes, I'm going to have questions. Unfortunately, I would expect them to be answered if you choose me. That's the justice. That's balancing the scale between what went on in the past and what's happening now. You tell me your truth. I'll hear you out. And I'm highly intuitive. I can see right through bullshit. Okay? That's what the Queen of Swords can do, right? See right through the caca. And if it doesn't look right, she'll exact her sword on you, and she'll cut you out of her life forever. That'll be it. There will be no more. So you really do need to make sure you're coming towards her with justice, okay? Fairness and balance. Telling her how much she's been on your mind, you've been inching your way back to her, babe, all this time. And that, yes, I'm prepared to tell you anything you want to know. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. Let's do angel answers before we end this reading. Let's see what kind of angel advice we can get for you sea names, whether you were born in 1991 or not. This is still a sea name reading. I want to be very clear about that. All right, here we go. Ask for help from others. That comes out a lot. So from your guides, from your God, and from others who you see would be, worthwhile talking to, that they would give you good advice, good solid advice. In the near future, well, this is, no, that's the other reading I do. The near future is over on this side here, but that's neither here nor there for this reading. But wait, you have to wait, because you've got to exact this one out of your life, this toxic one. You got to get her out of your life. Perfect timing to wait? No, it's wait, because in perfect timing, divine timing, it will all come together for you. But you have to heal yourself. You have to trust and have faith that the divine is backing you right here. The divine is supporting you. As long as you move, as long as you follow your what? Yes, your heart. As long as you follow your heart, whoever or whatever your heart is crying out for, as long as you follow your heart, the divine has your back in both the love department and the finance and prosperity and abundance department. Last card. Get more information though. Well, you're already keeping an eye on her right here, aren't you? Right? Get more information. Ask for help from others. Seek your divine. Remove these blocks. Okay? This is what you're afraid of, that your path forward will be blocked. Remove them. And I had named a few of them. If you want to rewind the tape to find out what those were. But yeah, you've got some blocks in front of you. Okay? And this perpetual sitting on the fence behavior, sea names, not taking action, not making a decision, not being decisive enough, that's perpetual for you. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you, sea names, whether you're born in 1991 or not. Till next month, take care of yourself. Bye for now.